Hey, hey, hey! Welcome to my very first Strixhaven draft. And we've got a doozy of a mythic here in the Mystic Archive. There's one slot in every pack. With these throwback classic spells. And ours is Time Warp, which is just a nice extra turn spell. Otherwise, our rare is Teachings of the Archaic. One has more cards in hand than you, draw 2 cards, draw 3 cards instead if it has at least 4 more cards than you, but it is a lesson, so you can hold that back. That would probably go nicely with Time Warp here. I think I want to play Time Warp and hope to wheel the Pillar Drop Warden, right? And so we can sacrifice it and take extra turns. Otherwise, oh, actually we have 2 rares. This is crazy. This is a crazy pack. We got Time Warp, the thing, and the Silverquill Silencer. Actually really want to play Silverquill, but I'm gonna take the mythic here. Let's see. Okay, well, if you want to give us the Silverquill mythic dragon, I'll take that. I did say I really wanted to play Silverquill. Obviously the Mystic Archive is missing here in the pack, so our opponent took some spell that's more powerful than a 2/5 flying double strike dragon here, with a couple of interesting modes. I don't know if we have time to go into all that. Otherwise, Frost Trickster is one of the top commons, I think, or what I think is going to be one of the top commons. This is my very first time drafting this. Kelpie Guide is a fantastic uncommon. The blue is looking really strong here. But I don't think you pass a mythic dragon. The summoning cards are very good. Let's just see what we keep getting past here. Here's a lesson. Here's another Frost Trickster. Hall Monitor, which is a no thank you. This Ether Helix is pretty good if we end up going blue-green. Quandrix Apprentice for blue-green. When you cast or copy, you're gonna dig for a land. Stonerise Spirit, it's a pretty solid 1/2 flyer. Maybe better in Lorehold, but in Silverquill you can stack stuff on it. Arrogant Poet's very good for Silverquill, I think. I don't know, it's hard. I think I'm going to take the Frost Trickster. The Ether Helix is pretty good. We do have the double Quandrix stuff here. Just going to take this Frost Trickster. I think it's as good a common as I believe it will be. Interesting. So now our Mystic Archive here is sorted with the uncommons. That was crazy. We had a triple rare pack. What was that all about? Pack 1. Go blank. No. Waterfall Aerialist is a decent common for blue, but we also have the Inkling Summoning if we want to go more for the Silverquill. I do think you have to pick up the lessons pretty early. This, of course, can be played in any deck that has white or black. It doesn't just have to be Silverquill. There's black-green, and there's white-red. I guess we can't play it if we're playing blue, really. We are a bit spread out on our picks for a guild draft. So Snow Day, I have this actually is probably going to be an underrated card. Also got Strategic Planning, which is just a nice cantrip here. We've got the Silverquill Campus, which I'm thinking is pretty good. Otherwise, I don't know. I guess we can go blue-red. So this 2/2 flyer is pretty good for the blue-red thing. We've also got the Pillar Drop Warden, which is, we were thinking of trying to do something with the Time Warp and the Pillar Drop Warden. Kind of down for that. Off my alerts there. We'll see. Probably making lots of terrible choices if you come back a week from now and this format is completely figured out. Bury in Books is like the blue removal spell that you want. Grinning Ignis is for the Storm deck. I think Square Up is going to be kind of underrated. Again, another Silverquill campus. Nobody seems to be taking the campy. Guiding Voice is just trigger your Magecraft. City Breaks to learn. So there's Introduction to Annihilation. Let's take that over the Barian books because we're going to try to have lessons, and that's a colorless lesson, so that's always going to be useful in our lesson board here. See how good the lessons are. Okay, well, we could get a second one, but I don't think we're going to. In terms of blue-red, all we've got here is just the first day of class, which is a learn spell. Otherwise, green-black is looking kind of open, or we could start going back more towards the white-black. We got the Elocution, or we've got the Essence Infusion. I guess we'll take Essence Infusion. It's a little more, keeps us a little more open. There also is this lesson for black. We maybe should have considered. Okay, so Reflective Golem has a ton of combos in this format. And it goes in any deck pretty much, although obviously you want it in a deck where you're playing some combat tricks and things. So you can bounce them around and double them up on your own stuff. But now we got the blue-red. So we also got Elemental Summoning, we got the Waterfall Area list. All of a sudden this pack is really good for blue and blue-red. I don't know. I'm really pickle. Alright, I guess we took, what did we take there? The Reflective Golem. Stayed open. Humiliate, no. Crushing Disappointment, no. Pledge Mage, maybe yes. That or, okay, we're back actually to our original pack, so we can do that, or we can get on the Pillar Drop Warden plan. This is definitely a time to choose, or we could just pick up a campus. Really got Silverquill pegged as one of the better schools here, so I'm just going to take the Unwilling Ingredient. We're gonna got one Pillar Drop Warden. Looks like we can pick up as many of those as we want because we just wheeled two more. Serpentine Curve is pretty good here. Think about just replaying that Pillar Drop Warden. Hunt for Specimens. I think I'm going to take that over the Stonerise Spirit. Tricky. Creating a creature and learning at the same time. Seems like it's going to be good. And we could protect blue. I don't think we're going to miss Village Rites that much. Just keep protecting blue, get that Waterfall Aerialist. The Spectacle Mage. The blue-red might be open. Hogwork Archivist. Well, we've opened what limited resources considered it's one of the best rares in the set here with Dramatic Finale. It's a creature tokens built around. It is an enchantment, so it's not going to proc or trigger your Magecraft, unfortunately. It does kind of lock you into hard black-white. But we have a pretty good black-white base here. There's removal and stuff we might be able to wheel. Pest Summoning we would love to get with that. This just makes all the summoning cards really come up in value for us. Let's just see what we've got here. Okay, Annihilation's going to be in the sideboard. Archivist probably going to be in the sideboard. We'll just try to build the Silverquill aggro. If you watch my set breakdown with Obi-Wan Kenobi, we identified Silverquill aggro as one we were going to be targeting early on, and there's Star Pupil, which is one people have said will probably be very good in Silverquill aggro. Now whether you should take it this highly, Or like a Retriever Phoenix. Oh. Card draw, that's removal plus board pump. Here's your sacrifice outlet. Unfortunately, activate only as a sorcery, so it's really not good. We got expanded anatomy. Witherbloom Pledge Mage we could play in Silverquill, but it's kind of expensive. Study Break just seems underpowered. I'm just going to take the creature here. Alright, somebody's decided to go hammering. See how much of that's coming through. Hopefully you can't hear very much of it. Far enough off mic. It's definitely distracting me. I don't know. We got the Spiteful Squad. We got Combat Professor. 2/3 flyer. We take that over the Spiteful Squad. I guess it's more opening. Okay, this is the Storm spell thing. So this would be good actually with Time Warp, the Biblioplex Assistant. And we got the Arrogant Poet. Trying to get a good 2-drop. You take that, or you take the Hunt for Specimens. I guess we got the tokens payoff here, so we'll take the Hunt for Specimens, because that's going to make our Pest a 2/2. We get to learn. Hopefully get more summoning cards. Revitalize. I think we're just going to take another hunt. We're going to be Hunt for Specimens.deck. Definitely want to get some of those lessons that pump up our creatures. Scry 2, draw a card. I guess we'll just take the lesson. A real test of how good the lessons are. If somebody's in our lane or what. We got Spirit Summoning here. That's another lesson that creates tokens. That's looking good for us. Professor's Warning. We got Make Your Mark. When that creature dies, creates a token. Yeah, I think we'll take that. Though this is very good. You gotta remember that these hybrid cards are really quite flexible, right? This plays in any deck that plays white or red. So, really like 80% of the decks. You just don't play this in your Quandrix blue-green deck in the format. We've finally gotten ahead of the curve here. See who we're drafting against. Could be you. If it is, leave a comment. When I finish the draft, don't forget to comment and predict. Make your prediction. Go on record how many wins you think the deck will get. I mean, you could do it right now, actually. You think this draft is train wrecking or going really great? Defiant Strike, I think you could just play in any deck with white. Also, this Beaming Defiance. Is that better than the just cantrip spell? Also, Witherbloom Pledge Mage. So it looks like we'll have some creatures to sacrifice. I don't know. This is more of a Witherbloom card. Okay, we'll just grab it. Alright, nothing here for our deck. We can take the Tangle Trap in case we splash into green or infuse with Vitality. Access Tunnel. I don't know if we want to run Access Tunnel if we've also got Dramatic Finale. Revitalize. The Befuddler. Okay, so blue is looking pretty open. Swords to Plowshare as well. Magic's most efficient exile spell. We've also got the Owl and Shield Mage here, which our deck would love to have. Expel is less good for our deck. Spirit Summoning we would love to have. Mage Hunter's Onslaught. I do think we are fighting one or more drafters for black, so it might be correct. Well, I don't think you take the Mage Hunter's Onslaught versus something as efficient as Swords to Plowshares. I think we're just going to look for small creatures, tokens. Look at our curve here. Yeah, we're really low on 2-drops. Defiant Strike could easily be cut. That is a learn spell, so we'll keep that because that gets us into where are they? We've got some summon cards. The Strict Proctor is pretty decent. So 1/3 flying. I don't know if we have a lot of things that enter the battlefield triggers. I don't think it hurts us. Confront the Past is the rare that you don't want. Yet another double rare pack. I don't know. Is something broken right now on Arena, or is it just because it's the opening day they're giving more rares? Necrotic Fumes we'd probably take. None of our small creatures here, though. There's their Inkling Summoning. Spiteful Squad, Pilgrim of the Ages we'd love. Blade Historian, if we could switch over to red, I suppose. We'd have to lose all our black stuff, though. I think we're kind of deep in it now. We're gonna take this Inkling Summoning. Gonna hope to play lots of tokens. There, other than that 5-mana spell that bounces stuff, there's really not there's no bounce that hurts tokens in this thing. So Fracture. No, I think we're just gonna keep taking Inkling Summonings. We'd love to get the Arrogant Poet, I suppose. Gotta take our summonings and put them in the sideboard. So now we need actually lots more learn stuff because we've got a decent amount of summoning stuff. I guess we can always run a few in our deck. And yet another Hunt for Specimens. Also Umbral Juke, which creates a token. But I just said we needed learn spells. I think we're just going to play as many Hunt for Specimens as we can. It's a bit underpowered at 2 mana there, but it's going to get us right into our 3-drops. We've got a lot of these summoning spells at 3. Maybe we're gonna run that one. Underpowered as it is. We'll just take the Witherbloom Pledge Mage. Haven't gotten any of the summoning spells for black-green. It's good because it makes 2 tokens. Leech Fanatics, just a 2-drop for us. We've gotten a ton for Reflective Golem. Brackish Trudge. This does have Learn attached to it. And, well, there's Pest Summoning. We were just talking about that. Again, we keep not getting Arrogant Poet in a pack where we can really feel good taking it. The Allen Shield Mage came back. That's awesome. I wouldn't mind the promising Dusk Mage either, but I think 3/3 Ward would be good. Looked like something with +1/+1 counters. Don't think we're set up to splash green. We're really all in on the tokens plan. We've got Spiteful Squad, or we've got this Essence Infusion. +1 counters. Take the Essence Infusion. I don't know how many creatures. We've got 10 creatures at the moment. Mage Hunter's good. There's another creature. Defend the campus. I don't know how wide we're going to go, but we'll take it. So we'll see. Maybe we went too hard on the summoning spells. First day of class, sure. Gaming Effigy. Huh, somehow I got gems. Must be something they reprinted. I already had 4 of. Was that maybe Defiant Strike? Not even a rare though. Anyways. Okay, so we've got all these summoning spells. We got 3 Inkling summonings. We got the Spirit summoning, and we got the Pest summoning. Really hope we hit our dramatic finale. Our curve doesn't look too bad. Defiant Strike. Is that our cut here? Because that learns us. Star Pupil dies with putting counters, which we would probably prefer to have more flyers to do that. This can make a creature die into a token, including our opponent's creature. This thing, when it dies, gets us stuff. This is a 1/3 that wears counters pretty nicely. So maybe these Essence Infusion things. We didn't get any Magecraft, right? Or we got 1 Magecraft. So yeah, so whenever we cast or copy, it's going to get flying or lifelink. So that's pretty good. That's lesson. So that should be in our sideboard. So maybe our deck has just kind of built itself here while we were going. As crazy as that is, we've got 11 creatures. It's really 15, right? Because this creates creatures, and that's going to learn, and most of the time we're going to grab a spell that makes a creature, or 2 creatures. So that's good, and then we can pump the whole team with Defend the Campus, or it can be a removal spell. Do we have another way to pump the whole team? I guess Silverquill. Shadrix Silverquill. Yeah, this looks good. I think maybe Leech Fanatic is not your best 2-drop here. Maybe you would want more 3-drops, although I think we're going to be able to get into 3-drops with the, we've got Introduction to Prophecy with the lessons and stuff. Let's see what our color requirements are. So we're a little heavier black than white. In terms of lessons, that's double black, double white, so that doesn't really matter. So we've got this on the double white, and this on the double black. Yeah, I don't, what else we could consider? We got Plumb the Forbidden. If we find out we're making a lot of creatures, I want to sack off our whole board and draw a bunch of cards, but I don't think we have a lot of payoffs for that. We don't really want to run Access Tunnel, I think. I think we want to be hitting all our land drops. We could go down to 16 lands with a pretty low curve like this. And we got this Crushing Disappointment. It's probably just the better draw spell for us. Instant speed. Each player loses 2 life, and we draw 2. We could consider putting that in if we find we're running out of gas. But yeah. Alright, well, leave your predictions, and let's get to the matches. Okay, very first game of Strixhaven up against the Jello Tank 007, Secret Agent of Jello Tankery. We got our Hunt for Specimens thing, so we'll just keep that. Opponent is in white. They go for Star Pupil. So we could block that Star Pupil with the Leech Fanatic. I'll probably let it die and get a they won't let it die, but we'll have good attack with the Leech Fanatic, so I'm going to play that ahead of Hunt for Specimens. They're hunting for specimens. Yellow Tank, I like your strategy. They went with Expanded Anatomy. So we didn't get any of those. Maybe that's a pretty good lesson. So they're going to put that on the Star Pupil probably. I don't know that we have much to deal with that other than chumping, really. Let's go ahead and attack. We got lifelink on the Leech Fanatic. They don't block. It's going to get Vigilance until the end of the turn, so they're going to smack us with it. Well, we'll just put down the Reflective Golem. We'll let them smack us with it. Unfortunately, we can't hunt for specimens and play. Or do we have one of the lessons that's 2 mana? We're going to get our Witherbloom Pledge Mage here. Yep. Exactly what I suspected. Oh, okay. That's cool. So let's target the Reflective Golem. A2. So now we get to learn twice. Opponent doesn't have any flyers. I think that would we want to get the Annihilation to clear the way? Or we just want to get more flyers? Or do we want to, maybe we want to scry. We drop the Pledge Mage. Try to draw us into our big dragon. Yeah, let's all attack. We aggro. Maybe that was foolish because they just put their things on the best. But that was foolish. Okay. Didn't learn. We're gonna have a 5/5 down next turn though. Hopefully they don't have removal. Combat Professor. Oh great, they have flying in. But Combat Professor seems pretty darn good. Huh, so we could just take out the 4/4. Or we could play a 2 and a 3. Or we could play our own 4, or play a 5/5, but they're gonna... Yeah, they're gonna keep hitting us with that. I think... Just gonna stay aggro here. We got the card draw. Got a big beater here. Can't really deal with that in the air, so I think we gotta just race it. Did another target creature? No. So it can make itself a 3/3 vigilance. Yeah, that's a good card. Definitely moving that up in my pick order. The Combat Professor. their Pledge Mage. Oh, we got our own Combat Professor. B3. Uh-oh. We got some combat trick here. We gotta worry about one from us. Okay. That's good. That was good. Well, they don't get to use it on their turn now. We gained 3 life, so now we're down on life. One more land, we can play Combat Professor and the Specimens. Right now this Inkling summoning is not looking great. I'm pretty behind the curve. Okay, so they're going to stack their library with what? Expanded Anatomy? Professor's Warning? Okay, I was a little more worried about Professor's Warning. Honestly, I think we're going to have to learn and grab the kill spell here. Okay, perfect. So, let's do this. Go to combat. We're just gonna smash in with the 5. Yeah, we may as well smash it with both. That's a nice big hit, and we'll have a chump blocker on the ground. Needs be. Yeah, Expanded Anatomy is good. That is a lesson we wish we'd probably taken. Put that up with the quarter. Okay, opponent wants to race us. Oh, nice. Just triggering those things. So let's get the removal spell. Now we're just, our hand is just full of lessons. This is just not stuff we drew. Okay. Up to Pledge Mage. They gave it flying, not lifelink. That's good for us. Okay, they're gonna send both of them in, so that's 8. I think we just take it though. So we can remove that Pledge Mage next turn. Get in with our team. I don't know what their last card is. Hopefully it's not something that gives double strike. Lifelink. That's a heck of a swing there. Yeah, one turn too late on that. And now we're at 3. We have to keep back the combat professor. Pretty much have to destroy the pledge mage. So, what do we want to give vigilance? The golem, I guess we want to plus up. Keep back the combat professor. Now they may have just drawn something that drains us for 2. Or a pump spell. Or removal. All coming down to this. They went first. Oh, and they drew it. Alright, good game. Well, the good thing is that Silverquill won. Would it have been better to play Inkling Summoning there? I don't think so. Have another trump blocker. You're kind of one mana short there. But I think our deck functioned pretty well. Let's take another look at it. Definitely the flyer thing is key. Revitalize would have helped there, being on the back foot. Drawing the extra cards. We didn't really have time to do that. I think it was functioning pretty well. Maybe Swords to Plowshares kind of works against us. I don't know. We could have used these essence infusions to just smack in with a bigger, make our creature bigger and get lifelink. So I think it just came down to opponent went first there in that last game. I think those decks were pretty evenly matched. So I'm not going to make any changes. Let's just try it again. Run it back. Playing some Strixhaven. Alright, well we got our dragon. Waiting for specimens. We do need that 3rd land. And the 4th and the 5th. I will keep it. Hold up Swords to Plowshares, why not? I don't think you really usually want to rip it off that quickly. Put on the Leech Fanatic for now. Against Quandrix. What blue-green is called in this set. Oh, okay, Emergent Sequence. I love this card. Make a 2/2. And ramp you. Does come into play tapped, huh? Yeah. Oh. Not instant. I wonder why they made it come into play tapped. So you didn't accidentally attack with it or anything, so there weren't questions about that. So now here's the thing. To be efficient, we could Swords to Plowshares that and keep them off their ramp. Kind of like that plan. And then the question is, what do we get here? We're just going to get the Inkling Summoning. They do have flyers. Cultivate? Okay, well, they're going to ramp anyway. Ramping like crazy. This is perfect though, because we have Inkling Summoning and we can hold up Make Your Mark. They do somehow manage to remove creature. Oh, this is perfect here. Now, do we think they have a counter spell? I think we just gotta go for it though, right? We got the dragon. So what do we want to do? Should we give them an inkling and we plus up our whole team? We plus up their whole team and give ourselves a card? Or an inkling? Let's give ourselves an inkling and them. Yeah. Maybe we should have just plussed up our whole team. Okay, they've made a big old fractal. But we're not that concerned about it. Question is, should we essence? I think we're gonna essence infusion there while they're tapped out. But make your mark. What do we want to do? Do we want to pump our whole team? I don't think so. We just give them +1. Keep making 2-1s. I'm gonna give up. Shadrix. Well, that card is pretty good. The decisions are hard. Well, it made a big ol' fractal. That was no joke. 6/6. We just had too big a board by then. This is a tricky hand. We need black to play Hunt for Specimens. We can, if we draw into a 3rd mana, we can play Reflective Golem. But we're going first. We trust in the magic gods to get us that black mana. We really need black for this hand. I think we're just gonna mulligan. Alright. Mulliganed into Shadrix. Drop our 4-drop here. I need to get this Leech Fanatic every game. Against another Quandrix player. Holding up Make Your Mark. Next turn we'll play Combat Professor, I think. Very slow here. Huh, okay. Well, I still think we'll play Combat Professor. Well, it's got some kind of instant in hand because it held a little bit. Pop quiz, okay. But you're gonna need something good if you if I draw another land here, puppy. Why I called them puppy. I'm sure I'm recording this. Yeah. Okay. Point is ramping. Well, we could plus up the Leech Fanatic. Yeah, and still cancel. Why would you tap like that? I like it. You gotta do this, opponent. Or just Make Your Mark. Okay. Leyline Invocation. Again with the big fractals. Do we just give him 6? I think we just give him 6 life here. Maybe? Might have been a mistake. Huh. Okay. Now we can have all our people die into tokens. That'll be good if we can ever get Shadrix making the 2/1 flyers. Okay, Leyline Invocation .deck. That must be the strategy here. It doesn't really go the order. I want to get Vigilance, I guess, Combat Professor. So, let's start creating 2/1s for us. And, you know what, opponent, you can have the pluses. Although it could die into a token. And it's lifelink. We're at 35 though. Fine. It is rampant and rampant some more. Kelpie Guide, okay. We can tap stuff down with that Kelpie Guide, which is unfortunate. So I think, what do we want to do? We want to plus up our whole team. Would we want them to draw a card, though? I think we're just going to plus up their team again. And keep giving ourselves 3 2s. Yeah, let's Shadrix. Pack that. Oh, that was lethal. I was too busy thinking about the combat steps and everything. Shadrix is a house. That's what we've learned so far. 2-1 now. We'll go first. I trust we have enough low drops so we can keep this hand. I mean, we're almost certainly going to hit our 5 drops on curve. And of course now I got an Unwilling Ingredient. There's only one Swords of Postures. Maybe Defiant Strike they might think we have. More likely. Almost wish I didn't play the planes there. A lot of Quandrix players here today. Hunt for some specimens. I think the Inklings are pretty good against Quandrix. Doesn't seem to be that many dodge or take that out now. Flyer down. Ooh, 5/4 trample. And you learn. That's really good. Oh, it's rare, of course. Well, we can get a 5/5 down if we can just get the yeah, we also don't mind chumping with the Unwilling Ingredient. We went for Environmental Sciences, sure. Let's get in with our flyer. I think, should we just stay on the flyers plan? Also try to draw deeper and get to Shadrix. Just on the flyers plan. Oh, we could have attacked with Unwilling Ingredient. Trample. So I guess chump blocking isn't that great. No blocks. the thing that pumps all the tokens. That's what we really need. Got the shield mage there. Oh, wish we had make your mark. We can't play this and play. I think we're gonna wait to play the 5. Well, maybe this will keep them attacking. With a fast attack there. Combat trick? You surely must. No. Arcane subtraction, that was probably a bad block there. I want to attack so quickly. Still get to keep getting in with team here. Way we can die into a token. Eureka, sure. That's an exile spell, unfortunately. Doesn't work. Maybe make your mark is not that good. Combat trick again, opponent. Finally got that thing off the field. Oh, they drop an 8/8. So I think we just want to get down the shield mage and get in for 3 here. That puts us at lethal next turn. To block the 3, we could also get 2 more. Yeah. Okay. Well, it likes the arcane subtraction. I think they've got to play their Annihilation, which is going to draw us a card. Oh. Oh, that's instant. Quite sure if that was instant. That's a very good card in this deck, because they're making lots of huge guys. Mage. And rather than take 3. Oh, they got us a guiding voice. Huh. So in double spell, well, we can't triple spell. I like giving our whole team +1/+1. This can't be blocked, that can't be blocked, so that's 4, 6 guaranteed damage. They block the 3/2, which would be a 4/3. They take 2, so I think that probably this should do it. Radiant. They did the math very quickly. Let's go Silverquill, ranking up. Yeehaw! Although it was not popular in our draft, Quandrix has been very popular for our opponents. Again, we got the Leech Fanatic versus Hunt for Specimens. People just love to give us this Leech Fanatic. Okay. Whenever one or more cards are put into exile, or somehow don't think they'll be able to exile a card on turn 2, but I could be wrong. This way we'll hunt and we'll hold up make your mark. That's a good card. U2 Vigilance, whenever it attacks, it's gonna get abilities. Luckily they don't have any abilities at the moment. Let's get in with the Leech Fanatic. I don't think they'll probably block. Do not. Specimens. So, they are red-white. They could have some flyers. I think we're just going to grab the 2/1. Here they come. Heated debate, okay. Well, they were forced to use a heated debate on our token. Did 2-for-1 us, which that hurt. I'm not gonna lie. NGL, that pretty much hurt. Plus this up. I'm gonna get I have a bunch of flyers in the air. Guess we'll just get another Inkling summoning. Maybe we didn't need these other ones. There's also Introduction to Prophecy, which I like. Let's just grab that, because we might actually want to fix our hand here. We're kind of running out of gas. Oh, they want to trade their team. We got down the Proctor. We're just down. Yeah, we'll get down the 2/1 flyer. Red does have like a 1/4 reach or a 1/5 reach. What is this? This is 2/2. It lets you discard into being able to cast stuff. Interesting. What do I want to do here? I want to play the Strict Proctor. I also want to draw a card and just see. If they've got Lightning Bolt, they're going to use it anyway. Well, now we wish we had the spell to figure that, but double spell these next turn. Ooh, Combat Professor. Tough, tough. You drop for their 3-drop Vigilance, though. We're at 26, so we'll keep it around at least one more turn. Their whole deck may be built around it, though. That's part of the problem. Okay, well, 5/5 is going to stop that pretty cold. However, I do want to get my Pledge Mage up in the air. Give it flying, please. Don't need a land. That's interesting. Bit of a waste to play it on the Pledge Mage now. I think we're gonna wait. Could have played it actually on the Inkling. Yeah, so they don't go for that. Wow, they're gonna do this conspiracy theorist, eh? So here's their card advantage. Oh, it's not card advantage because they can't play that. Not sure I agree with their strategy. Almost like they really wanted stuff in their graveyard. Well, we got open mana here. Let's just see if they want to trade out Pledge Mage for Combat Professor. This set is really tough because there's so many combat tricks. I'm kind of relying on my opponent being wary of my own combat tricks. Okay. They sure suckered us on that one. Really want to get that Combat Professor off the field. The blocks. Oh, Relic Golem will be nice with the Essence Infusion. See how many combat tricks our opponent has. Of course, being a little mana inefficient here. Doubling this up next turn is going to be a house. Okay, well, got the heated debate. Okay, opponent playing the all removal deck. They are at 7 life, however, we're at 20. Now 17. So, you know. Can I play this and that? I can, right? We are out of cards. We're back at 20 life though. Ooh, okay, 4-2. A 3-5 can still get through that. Aha! Countered their ability. That is going to be a house though. 5-3 vigilance. Oh, speaking of houses. We want to do any of these options. I don't really want to give our opponent any of those things at the moment. I guess we've got a blocker now for the return pass caller. It even makes sense to attack the Mage Hunter. I guess they are at 4. They're forced to block here. We attacked all. I'll just get Trade the Mage Hunter for something. Get rid of that. Please. Now we could plus their team, draw us a card. We're able to pay for the Proctor, but that might make it so they can't use whatever they learn with the Proctor, or the Professor of Symbology. Okay. Well, they are going to kill the Silverquill this turn. They have to block the Silverquill with the Strict Proctor, however. Or with the Return Pass Collar, so we don't want to plus their team. I think the correct thing is to make them lose a life, actually. And we could plus our team. I think that's lethal. Yeah. Whew, that was tricky. Can't forget the one life thing when you got their opponent that low. Some of you were probably shouting it. Did you already comment? Dear YouTube, he hasn't figured out he could just win. He has lethal. Okay. Oh, we got our big dragon boy here again. Ah, another of the two plains hands. This time we have Combat Professor and Reflective Golem we can get to. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit here. Up against a platinum opponent here. With our slow Silverquill hand. All power. It's all power. Okay. Opponent's got the fast hand. We may just Alright. We have had a risky keep. Okay, well they're doing that thing. That's good. Hey, well, at least we got Reflective Golem down on curve. Black mana, black mana. Honor Troll. This is a 2/3 vigilance. If you would gain life, you get that much +1 instead. And if you have 25, it gets +2, +1. Yikes. Okay. So we want to get them down on life. I think the way to do that is to play the Combat Professor. Plus up the Golem. Attack. So they're black-green splashing something, obviously. Well, not obviously, but it looks to be. That's a Witherbloom, card. That's a Witherbloom card, mostly. Yeah, I think it's still good in Silverquill. 1/1 Menace. Look for specimens. Okay, what are they gonna get? What would they like to learn? Lecture to Prophecy. Did that seem like it kind of like flew in past me? It's like they took it out of my sideboard. Ooh. Only when I target, yeah. No blocks. I'll block that because it has Menace. So, do we just get down our big boy here? Or do we just hold the ground? If they have one more removal spell, maybe we'll wish we held that back. So. Gotta keep them low on life, though. Yeah, they did have a more removal spell. Perfect. No way. Yeah, that's just a... Oh. That's why they still attacked. Smart. Smarty smart smarts. They are. Again, we could double spell here. Is there something we would give them? Would we want to give them a 2/1? I don't think so. We wouldn't want them to draw a card. Yeah, I think we'll just be mana efficient. By this. Hunting for specimens. Do we want to go wide? They don't have any flyers, right? So getting the 2/1 flyer, the 2/1 flyer plan seems good. Witherbloom, Witherbloom. Black and green in Strixhaven is called Winterbloom. Witherbloom. Winterbloom. Sounds like a mint. Can offer you a stick of Winterbloom. They got their fancy little Cody. Loading Codex over here. Nameless one. Pretty closely fought match so far, 11-12. Witherbloom can gain lots of life. So that probably makes it one of the ones that you don't want to face if you're Silverquill and you're trying to race. Oh, they had another removal spell. Wow, I've never felt so good about holding back my Elder Dragon. Here they come. Okay. Well, we could lose 2 to kill their Honor Troll. Do it. Can't quite double spell. So close. Let's hope opponent is out of kill spells. I'm surprised they let Combat Professor stick around. They've really tried to get our big blockers on the ground out of the way. There is just quite a bit of removal, and there's quite a premium on removal in this set. I mean, these are commons. That's a common. And then you've got all the removal in the Mystic Archive. The premium is because the spells matter cards. They fire off that Introduction to Prophecy, we'll know they're low on gas. Oh, combo. Opponent has just had all the removal. All the removal.deck. Hashtag all the removal.deck. Now we get this, where we could have had our stuff dying into Inklings. That's a bit annoying. They did kind of have to 2-for-1 themselves there. Okay. They're digging. Hope they don't find anything. They do get to scry 2 draw. Pretty good. They're thinking about what they found. They went to the bottom. Another good sign for us. Legal land. Hunt for specimens, okay. What are they gonna get? Definitely a popular card here, the Hunt for Specimens. Not just with us. And it played a bunch. It's a cheap way to learn. And it puts a body on the battlefield so you don't get too far behind. A body that dies into gaining a life. The opponents had card advantage this game. Quite a bit. Again, it's like they pulled it out of our sideboard. Okay, well we got the Make Your Mark. As much removal as opponent has had, we'll just hold that up. They're probably going to go for the Inkling. Of course, that's Exile. This doesn't do anything. Give us a chance to block. This is kind of weird. I gotta worry we got the hexproof thing. We're down to 3. They could easily have gain life. Oh, AGGRO, sure. They didn't sacrifice the 1/1 though. Going down to 2. Not sure why they're playing how they did. You got a crazy combat trick? No? I think maybe they forgot they could gain life off that guy. And they had a kill spell in hand. They just didn't want me to draw another card. I don't know. I don't know what opponent was thinking. They could have at least survived another turn. That was a very close game. We are 5-1, I think. Are we 5-1 or 5-2? Well, the all swamps hand. I'd rather have that. But not draw. White cards. Well, we don't know what we have. What school we are. Although we're probably going to reveal it here. So up against red-white. These Inklings have been pretty good for me. On the other hand, just drawing deeper into our deck is a plan. Yeah, just plan to draw deeper into the deck. Make that guy a 3/3. So, okay, well, I think I made the right choice. Flooded on lands here, so let's. Mage Hunter, which we can play on curve next turn. These Professor of Symbologies are good. I don't like the animation where it looks like it's coming from us. Ooh, Shadrix. Hello, how you doing? Okay. Opponent is stuck on land. Okay, there you go. This will draw him into some land. We're off to a fairly slow start. There. 2-2 first strike. Yeah, it might have been correct to get down Shadrix. I don't know. I guess red-white doesn't have anything that can kill it for a while. I was just thinking the Owlin would be... if they had removal, forcing them to take the 3 life and use their removal first would have been the way to do it. Sure. So what they played Rip Apart. They took the 3 damage. I was not going to block that guy anyway. So I think we'd like to set up a turn for Reflective Golem with the Essence Infusion and etc. etc. We need the white for Shadrix, so we can't hold up Make Your Mark. Yeah, let's do Guiding Voice on this. Copy it. This Reflective Golem combination is so awesome. Get Inklings, and can't even play this one. I think we just want Inklings, right? We might want removal if they come up with something really good. So we're hoping they're going to fire off that Introduction to Prophecy here. If we take a turn off. Nope, Combat Professor. Okay. Combat Professor is so good. They, however, did not attack. Oh, okay, so now we can play. Alright, they gave up. They didn't even let us play Shadrix. Wait to concede till after I drop my Elder Dragon, please, opponent. Alright, let's check this record. Are we 6-1? I feel bad for all the people who watched as we lost the first game and were like, this deck's no good. You missed an incredible 6-win run here. Going for max wins. First name Max, last name wins. Up against Tony Baxisten. I like the flavor of our hand here. Unwilling Ingredient, Leech Fanatic, Essence Infusion. I gotta remember playing our 1-drop on 1. Huh. Okay, so we want to save the Essence Infusion to trigger the Pledge Mage. I think we have a way to no blocks. This is a good curve out for our opponent. Good curve out. think we're gonna race him though. Next turn we can double spell. Pledge Mage. They are tapped out. Oops, need to give it flying. Wow. Sounds like we got a combat trick. Yeah, erase that opponent. Fine. That was an oops. Just need to draw cards, right? I mean, some 2/1 flyers might help us close out the game faster. This at least will trigger the Pledge Mage to fly. Oh. Flying Death Touch. Oh. Just send in the Unwilling Ingredient. Okay, they're blocking with everybody. Huh. Let's put the Pledge Mage first in case they have some trick with it. Otherwise we get to take out 2 of their creatures. Okay. That was not the trick I wanted. But I was counting on if that goes to the graveyard, I can always use it to draw a card. Man, this Arcane Subtraction has been getting me, for sure. They took Teachings of the Archaics. That was one we passed. Put it down to 3/4. Opponent's board is pretty stable. We'll need to draw into some threats. I wish we had taken removal higher. Not sure that we saw that much of it. Oh, what this deck is 6-1. Even if it ends up 6-3, I don't think you can complain. It's the first time playing the format. I think it has performed very well. I think we've seen what Silverquill can do. And obviously we're on the winner's track, so we're matched up against the better. Yeah, that Pledge Mage getting out of hand. Getting way, way out of hand. Now they're getting aggressive. No blocks. Do we draw? Ooh, we draw a Combat Professor. I think we do want to get that down. Oh, but then we can't. Introduction to Prophecy. Unwilling Ingredient. Go with flying this time. Hunt for Specimens, Defiant Strike. Those are both good. Yeah, let's do that. Give it lifelink. And I think we'll get the Annihilation. We are in a bit of a race here. And Quandars can make some big creatures like that. Now that they've invested a lot in that Pledge Mage, maybe we don't mind if they draw a card. This is not even sorcery speed. I want to block with one of these 1/1s. Pick 9. That'll be my box. Fortunately, it doesn't give it first strike. Huh. It annihilate the 5/5. Get in. We just try to die on the crackback. Do that and hold up Defiant Strike. Force him to lose the Needlethorn Drake. Okay, I think I've got my play here. Give that Vigilance. No, because then they just block with the 1/1, right? We gain a bunch of life. Guess they could worry about first strike. No attacks. Trade that for the 5/5. They could easily have a combat trick. Just somehow get to and annihilate the 1/1 thing. Get in. As long as they don't have removal, we gain 5 life off the Pledge Mage. We'd be at 17. They can't crack back for that much, can they? They can crack back for 11, 12, 16. Oh, well. They could easily pump their whole board there. Plus they have the Annihilation spell. Well. Just go for it. We got some combat trick, we're just wrecked. Okay. That was game. Man, these arcane subtractions. Alright, good game. Took the risky line. You get one more game with this deck. And we finally got to see a Quandrix deck win, which is good. Let's see what a good-looking Quandrix deck is like. Forgot to hit record there. This is our opening hand, and we just drew Star Pupil. We are on the draw. Not too bad. I haven't gotten a chance to see Star Pupil shine. Our opponents paused there. I wonder if they have Shock or Lightning Bolt. Gotta worry about that in this format. So I think this is a case where we're gonna play the creature pre-combat, because if they somehow do kill Star Pupil, then we have something to put it on. We've got Reflective Golem on 3, Combat Professor on 4, so I think we're just on drawing a card with the Introduction to Prophecy. Like to see Combat Professor. Always been a very welcome card to see. We're playing black-red, which is not even a color combination here. Must be black. No. What would you splash? Oh yeah, black-white splashing red. There. What is in a hurry too, apparently. So yeah, let's do the Pledge Mage since there's nothing on board. Okay, good game. Wonder if they just drew poorly. They got removal, they're going to use it there. Yeah, opponent definitely got some kind of color mess up, but they are here in the top echelons, winning decks. Pilgrim of the Ages. Okay, well now they're going to have all the planes they want. So we probably want Silverquill Pledge Mage to be flying. So we could pump the whole team. We can't do this and play Reflective Golem. We could play that and hunt for specimens though. That's probably our flying. Guiding Voice, that's sure. Be nice with the Reflective Golem if we manage to survive that long. Put a lifelink this time. And Introduction to Annihilation is backup. What do we want to plus up? Star Pupil. Now we'll just plus up the Mage. Attack with everyone. Make your mark. They're going to die into 3-2. See how opponent's deck hums once they start getting mana. It's an aggressive attack. wonder if they're the spell that taps 2 attackers. Closing statement, sure. Well, we could just kill that. Or we can just get down the reflective golem. Let's see, this is... we pump our whole team. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Plus the guiding voice, that should be lethal. Alright, well, a very anticlimactic finish there, or maybe climactic finish. Since we had a tight game that last one. Last opponent didn't put up much of a fight, because they got... well, I guess you see the perils of playing 3 colors, right? With our last opponent, they obviously had a really good deck, because they were matched up against us at 6 and 2, and they just didn't get one of their main colors that they needed, and they were a little slow. And you can't be that against Silverquill, so look, we got all these 1-drops, of which only 2 are actually creatures, which is the Unwilling Ingredient and the Star Pupil, but I think those all performed fine. We never got to see Star Pupil on our side die into something, but we fell for it on the other side. The Strict Proctor did good work. It got somebody. I think I don't think people... it's going to be like Hushbringer. Not a lot of people maybe will play it, and so you'll be able to continuously keep getting people with the trigger thing. Maybe we'll see. Got Essence Infusion. That was good. Essence Infusion was good, even though it was sorcery speed. Just a lot of combos with it, like the Reflective Golem thing was good. The Reflective Golem was absolutely outstanding with Guiding Voice. This just double learning for 3 mana. Leech Fanatic was good. It wears counters well. I do think you want evasive creatures are probably better. That 2/1 that can get flying is probably better. The Pledge Mage was fantastic. Being able to get flying or lifelink was really strong. Flying was really strong in this. This Dramatic Finale was good the one time we got it down. Sure. We've gotten it down against that opponent that had all the removal early enough that it would have been even better. Mage Hunter was super solid. Defend the Campus there came through that last game. Combat Professor, definitely moving this up in the pick order. 2/3, but being able to plus up and give something vigilance every turn, even though you would think Silverquill wouldn't want that, just a baseline 3/3 flying vigilance is very good. And for whatever reason, it was hard for people to remove maybe that 3 toughness. This 5/5 was alright, but obviously the big 5-drop star of the show was Senor Shadrix Silverquill. I think a lot of times it's correct not to do any of the modes, but just a 2/5 flying double strike is plenty. You know, with these things that give the +1/+1 counters here in Silverquill, it could be just an extra threat. Well, thank you for joining me here in the attic. If you enjoyed this and you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I don't have a lot of subscribers, and the ones that I do have are going to be first to find out when I start giving away cards from my shelf back there as a surprise. So stick around, stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for way more Strixhaven drafts. So far, I like the format. It's fun. It's fast. Maybe only when you play Silverquill, but it was went very, very fast. So thanks for watching. And remember, Magic is a game so fun, even dads can enjoy it. Adios.